The last example I would like to share with you concerning the Prophet ﷺ and his attitude concerning the Ummah is on the Day of Judgment. And I'm sure you all know the famous hadith where the Prophet ﷺ explained that after the people stand in Ard al-Mahshar, the place of gathering where people will be gathered for 50,000 years, and the sun will be close to them, the distance of a mile over their head. In some narrations, and the mile, al-mil, is explained by some of the ulama, is like the tip of the mascara stick. So it's a very short distance. The sun will be right over their head. And people will be in perspiration, drowning in their sweat. Some up to their ankles, knees, waist, chest, and no, some of them will be drowning. 50,000 years waiting for Allah to judge only. This is before the judgment actually begins. This is the last step before Allah comes to judge between the creation. When they become so overburdened with this calamity, they will start يَمُوجُ النَّاسِ كَمَا قَالَ مَاجَ النَّاسِ بَعْضُهُمْ فِي بَعْضٍ أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. People become like waves on top of each other because of the heat, because of the situation. And so they will start going to the prophets, beginning with Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. And they will say, "Oh Adam, you are the father of the creation," meaning you are father, all the children of Adam are your children. And Allah created you with His own hands. Intercede for us with Allah, so that Allah will begin the judgment. He alayhi salatu wasalam will refuse, and He will send them to Nuh. And Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam will refuse and send them to Ibrahim. Ibrahim will refuse, send them to Musa. Musa will send them to Isa. And finally Isa will send them to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, who will say, "Ana laha," I am for it. Meaning, I will do this. I will intercede. And then he will go and he will prostrate to Allah. And he will praise Allah in a way that no one has ever praised Him before. Things that he could not, have. He said, I cannot bring it to mind now. Something that Allah will inspire onto him on the Day of Judgment, to praise Allah in a way never done before. Then it will be said to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Irfa' ra'sak وَسَلْ تُعْطَى قُلْ تُسْمَعْ وَسَلْ تُعْطَى وَاشْفَعْ تُشَفَّعْ فَيَقُولُ أُمَّتِي أُمَّتِي." Then it will be said to him sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Speak and you will be heard. Ask and you will be granted. Intercede and your intercession will be granted." And the first thing he will say is, "My nation, my nation. My ummah, my ummah." Whereas other prophets will be saying, "Nafsi, nafsi, myself, myself. Allahumma sallim, sallim." Oh Allah, safety, safety. We just want safety. The prophets and the messengers at that point will divorce themselves from their followers because the situation is tough. But he sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be concerned about you and I. Ummati, ummati. This is the love he had. This is the reality. And it is very unfortunate how we pay him back. Remember, I spoke about gratefulness in the beginning, about gratitude in the beginning, about the quality of having to give someone back what they gave to you. What do we give them back, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? When we cannot even follow the simplest of instructions. When every time we bring the sunnah to someone, we must have a 6-hour debate and negotiation of why I don't have to follow this sunnah. That's what happens. It's like you just realize it. Just realize what's going on in the ummah today. Realize it. Just imagine the khatib on Friday. And imagine the da'iyah giving lectures. And imagine the ulama teaching the people. And imagine everyone involved in the deen. It is as if there are two opposing parties. The ummah and those who want to bring the people to the sunnah. It's like the du'at and the shuyukh and the ulama, they have to almost beg the people, beg them, please, please obey Allah and His Messenger. Ya akhi, please, for the sake of Allah, for your own good. You realize it every Friday the khatib, he loses his voice on the minbar, talking and talking and talking, and as if nothing happens. The people who actually respond and change their ways can be counted on the fingers. The vast majority continue to go Friday after Friday, lecture after lecture, reminder after reminder, and nothing changes. or something very insignificant after, or not insignificant, something very small after years of debates and arguments? Why? Why do we have to be in this situation? Why does someone have to beg you and beg me to follow the sunnah? Why? Why can't we love him sallallahu alaihi wasallam the way we're supposed to love him, and we look forward to obeying him without anyone telling us to do so? Why? Why are we in this particular situation? We have to ask ourselves, what's going on in this world? What's going on in this world? Where do we think we're going? What is waiting for us? What will be the currency on the Day of Judgment?